as soon as it starts. Hey, this is Ross Brayton with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Delta Green. This is mission Hudson Red. The players, we have two of them tonight, and let's just go ahead and start with Jack. Can you introduce your character?
Yes, I can. He is David Black, codename Agent Trenton, with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. He works out of the Criminal Investigative Division out of the Los Angeles field office, and he is joined by...
Me, sorry. Airhead moment. I'm playing Maria Rediker, codename Agent Thompson, a case officer for the Directorate of Operations of the CIA. A spook.
Yep. All right. So, yeah, I'm sort of modifying the RPPR run of this, but so both of you have been assigned to sort of an unofficial task group that is codenamed Hudson Red. Hudson Red is a asset, the nature of which you are not quite sure of, although you're beginning to suspect it's an informant. This informant has produced amazing intelligence recently for the last 18 months or so. And Hudson Red is... So you've had to track down leads related to that. And it has produced, it has found has led to the number of discovery of missing people. In one case, a child who had been abducted by a serial killer. In other words, it has produced great results. The FBI special agent in charge of Boston, Richard Shaw, is sort of recruited both of you to be part of this task force. You're beginning to realize, though, this is more meant for... Richard Shaw has intimated on several occasions that this has national security implications, and not so much for prosecuting criminals and putting them in jail. So he has asked both of you to show up to Boston for a special mission. So as we begin, you are in a secure briefing room, and Shaw begins. So I'm going to read you into Hudson Red. It is the... you may have referenced this code word before several times, but I believe that I need people in the field to act on information that Hudson Red has provided to us. This is a short-term mission or a short-term notice. Both of you meet certain qualifications that no one else does, so we just have to make the best of this as we can. Hudson Red is an informant of an unusual nature. She refers to herself as Elizabeth. She does not give a last name. Elizabeth is a person incredibly intelligent. It's spoken. We've been able to ascertain she is fluent in over 15 languages, but she has no... We do not know how old she is. She appears to be in her mid-30s, but 18 months ago, she came to us in a distraught stage. She claimed that she wanted to help us protect civilization from threats that would end civilization, be not out of the goodness of her heart, but because she felt that these threats would also pose danger to her. She then directed us to a barn outside, a ruined barn, an abandoned barn outside of in the middle of a remote area in Massachusetts, and directed us to dig at a certain location. We did. We found a painting in there. The painting has been carbon dated and has been authenticated to be approximately 1695 to 1705, including the paint. And the paint has fingerprints in it. It is a painting of a woman that looks remarkably like Elizabeth. and her fingerprints are in the painting. She has given us other information no one from born in this century would have any way of knowing. She is an important, and she is, you have acted on her information before several times, but she has grown increasingly agitated. We've started referring to her with certain information points. Recently, a detective agency, the Chalmer Detective Agency, based in Maine, initiated certain searches in federal in certain databases. These keywords triggered certain flags in our system. These keywords are Innsmouth, Order of Starry, the Church of Starry Wisdom. We looked into it, and Joseph Chalmer was apparently trying to learn more about a client who had hired him, a woman named Ophelia Atwood. Ophelia Atwood. We do not know exactly why. Well, we believe that she had hired this woman who lives in a near a small town called Eagle Lake in Maine, had hired the detective agency to find heirs for her. But there's some sort of contradiction. There's contradictions in her backstory. But when we pass this information on to Hudson Red became very alarmed. She claims that Ophelia is over 200 years old. That she has been posing as has maintained a charade in rural Maine by posing as her mother or long lost heir to the house for at least the last century. This pattern is consistent with what records we've been able to locate. Currently, there are two Ophelia Atwoods living at her house. A mother who is supposed to be 78 years old, and a daughter who's supposed to be 39 years old. The mother hired the detective agency, but then the daughter hired a lawyer in the town to arrange a reading of the will of her mother. Apparently, there are heirs that are coming in. This is where you come in. These heirs are people who have never lived in Maine, have never had relatives live in Maine. There are 3 heirs, and as far as we can tell, they are strangers to them. I have their names written down. A Mary Hogan and a Floyd Pratt. Each of you matches their description approximately. And we have detained them as they have traveled from LA and New York, respectively, or warned them off to keep them away from Eagle Lake, Maine. There's a 3rd heir, Wade Russell, but we don't have anyone matching his physical description. I want you to go undercover as the heirs to find out what is going on with Ophelia Atwood. You have time. You can talk to Elizabeth if you think you can get more information out of her, but she is highly agitated. She seems to be having a mental breakdown with this information. I understand this is a lot to take in, but we don't know much. But we do. But our Hudson Red, Elizabeth, has indicated we must stop Ophelia, whatever she is doing, very soon. So we do not have much time.
And Hudson Red just walked in and offered this information freely?
Well, among others, not this particular information, but relevant information. The missing child case, the Hunter case, as you're well aware of. She is paranoid, among others. She believes that there are certain great threats to our nation and the world, and that if she wants to stop these threats because they would threaten her, and she sees us as a means to the end. And, yeah. So, do you have questions, Agent Black.
No questions. Trenton is just excited to act, excited to play out a role, so to speak.
All right.
Finally, his 50% in disguise won't go to waste.
Agent Rediker, do you have any questions?
We have permission to speak to Elizabeth?
If you wish to, she is kept nearby. If you wish to interview her, you have time to. Eagle Lake is a 3-hour drive from here.
I think I'd like to speak to your source.
Very well.
Trust but verify, right?
Yeah, very well. So
Agent Black will accompany her.
Right. So the two of you, you make arrangements to visit her at her safe house, which is outside of Boston. It is in a small suburban town. There are at least 3 agents. It just seems to be a nice suburban house.
1 second.
All right. Let's see here.
Just a plain old house in the suburbs?
Yep. I mean, there are 3. She seems to have 3 agents who are guarding her or watching her. There's a security protocol. You can tell that the house has been subtly reinforced. So it's a secure, safe house, but it's meant to blend in with the community. So, but yeah, when you get inside, there's a protocol. You have to check your guns. She is kept in. There is a windowless interview room that has been made up, and yeah, they keep a tight control over her. So when you go in there, you do see a plain woman in sort of drab clothing, sort of black hair, kind of disheveled looking. Very smooth skin. Doesn't look like she's been very pale. Doesn't look like she's been outside very much. She just looks at you. They tell me that you are to go to Maine to visit dear Ophelia.
Those are the orders.
Oh, well, why are you here then?
Trust but verify.
What
Doing a little legwork.
Oh, what are you trying to verify then?
I'd like to know how you came by all this information.
Oh, Ophelia and I, we're almost like sisters. There's very few. There are a number of people like us, but we're very reclusive, and I visit her. Oh, I think last was 1958. First was 1894. She has that little town wrapped around her finger. I think she likes nature, though. She doesn't like to be around people or large cities. She's disgusted by us. But very interesting things. She wouldn't even let me look at her library that much. And I showed her such things, but I was the one who told her about Innsmouth. But does she thank me? Well, I suppose she doesn't. She was polite to me and gave me hospitality. That's something. The rules of hospitality are so neglected these days.
I understand. It's hard to find people to watch your back.
Yes, but she's changing her pattern. This is most disconcerting. If she is looking for heirs who are outside, not herself, she should never need an heir. She is
She's what?
She signed a deal. She made a bargain, but she wants out of it now. Why? To what end? It is worrisome.
Can I make a humint check on her?
You sure can.
Okay. Okay, let me just pull up the thing.
Sure.
That's a pass. It's 69 out of 80.
Okay. It is hard to read her, but you get a sense that she is genuinely worried about Ophelia. About, not about Ophelia, but what, she is worried that Ophelia, she's worried, she's scared of Ophelia.
What's got you so concerned?
She's like breaking the pattern. Why you don't break a pattern like that if it's well established? It's been 4 or 5 generations now. Why would you break that pattern unless you wanted to do something different? Why would she need people? She hates people unless she needed people for something. There's so many things you can do with people. They're bargaining chips or beacons or vessels or all manner of loathsome things. Do not call what you cannot put down.
Do not call that which you cannot put down?
Unless you do not care. It is just basic common sense. It can, but I mean, is her patron going? Is she going to finally? Her patron is I'm most worried of.
Patron?
Yes. What do you know of patrons?
Well, I understand the basic term of the basic meaning of the term.
You've never met. You're new. You don't know of those who make deals, who have patrons, who have bound and made contracts.
I understand what it means to wrangle assets.
Oh no! You have not made a. Have you spoken with the black man in the woods? Have you heard the song of the sea? Have you seen the space between the stars? What have you seen? What do you know?
I know what I know.
Well, I understand their logic then, but you should go now and see. Go and see. Go and see. So unless you have specific questions, yeah, I mean, she said, yeah. Do you have specific questions for poor Elizabeth?
Nothing's coming to mind on my end.
Yeah.
Trenton has nothing.
Okay. All right. The agents there are just like, yep, that's pretty much. They obviously record your interview. That's pretty much, her standard speech, especially to newbies. She's really good at ferreting out people, who are new to this. So off you go, up to Eagle Lake, Maine. I assume, unless you are trying to do something before you go there.
No, not me.
Okay.
No, I think we've got a pretty good handle on what we're supposed to do.
Okay. So you do know there is Ophelia Atwood is contacted. Hired a private detective agency, the Chalmers Detective Agency, led by Joseph Chalmers. There's also Carter and Carter. Those are the lawyers. So the elder, supposedly the elder Atwood, contacted the detectives, and the younger Atwood contacted the lawyers. So you have their addresses. You also know the address of the house. And you do know that one other heir is supposed to show up tomorrow. A Wade Russell from D.C., Washington, D.C. Well, he lives there. You don't know where he's flying in from. Actually, no, you do know because you have federal database. He's flying in from, we'll say, Reno, Nevada. So.
And what are the two names we're going under?
Marsha Hogan and Floyd Pratt, and you also have fake IDs with your photos on them. So you don't know why, as far as you can tell, the Atwood family is not connected to these people at all. You don't know what the detective agency was hired to do. And you don't know what the will is. Apparently, the younger one is told the lawyers that her mother has died, and yeah. So yeah, but why isn't the daughter just inheriting everything for the mother? Also, there's been no obituary for the mother. So you'll get there tonight. So the lawyer and the detective agency will be closed when you get there. So you could just find the hotel, or you could do something immediately. What do you want to do?
I kind of want to do a quick drive-by of the house.
All right. The house is outside of the town proper. It is across Eagle Lake. Of course, there are bridges. So you have to go out of your way over the bridge and through the woods to Grandma's house we go. It is a hilly and wooded area. Yeah, and it is a large old style house, and it is dark inside. And it's dark at night. I mean, so unless you want to get out, nothing immediately comes to mind. You're gonna have to stop and look around. You're gonna have to turn your flashlights on if you want to make alertness checks to look for stuff. I can't really see much in the dark. Or yeah, doesn't look like anyone's home.
Is that odd?
I mean, wasn't the daughter supposed to be alive?
Yeah.
So yeah, so why is she either asleep? I mean, she could be someone. I mean, by the time you get there, it's like 10 o'clock. So she could be asleep. But there's not even a porch light on. Yeah.
I think I want to take a quick look around with my flashlight.
Okay.
What about you, Jack? Looks like he's muted for a sec. Yeah, I'm gonna get out and take a look around.
All right, give me an alertness check.
Okay. Not my best score, but it'll work.
I mean, you can try.
That's a pass. 38 out of 50.
All right, you do see a car out in the woods. Looks like, I mean, from your perspective, it looks like someone, you can't tell if anyone's in the car or not because it's hidden in the woods, but it's facing the house. So it's like someone is staking out the house, and you just shined a light at them. So they probably, if there's anyone in there, they probably saw that.
Yeah, they know we're here.
Mm-hmm. But they won't be able to see your face. Of course, they might be able to see your car. Yeah.
What do you think? Confront or book it?
Confront. Let's shake it up.
Okay.
Take point, Trenton.
All right. Do I have my do I have my gear as listed on my character sheet, or did I have to improvise?
No, you had time to carry it.
All right. I take point. Trenton unholsters his Glock 22 and moves in stealthily.
All right, give me a stealth check.
Let's see. Oh.
You gotta put a space between the R and the 1.
I'm smart. I graduated college. 82. That's a fail.
All right. The car lights turn on, blinding you for a moment, and the car starts backing out and heading, peeling out.
Trenton raises his weapon and yells,
No,
stop, FBI.
No, don't.
let's see here. What is let's see, pick odd or even. He may not have heard you because he's,
Odd.
All right. The car actually stops. And a man gets out. Did you say FBI?
I don't answer him directly, but I just tell him, put your hands in the air.
He does so.
Behind him, behind Trenton, I'm face palming.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway.
Are you FBI? Why are you here?
That's none of your business. Do as I say, and you won't be hurt.
Why are you here? Why is the FBI here? Why? What did she do?
Shut up. Spin around, turn around, and back towards the sound of my voice.
Let's see here. You're not really reassuring them.
No, you're really not.
All right, give me a persuade check to see if you can be sufficient, persuade him to do as you follow instead of, making a run for it. Because
okay. 5.
5? All right. He does so. That was a man, 40s or 50s. He kind of has you smell some BO. He hasn't bathed in a day or two.
Well, Trenton is very by the book, and as the man approaches, he'll holster his pistol and move in to do a pat down search.
All right, you find he has a pair of binoculars around his neck, a cell phone, wallet, and he does have a handgun in a shoulder holster.
Does he have a permit for that handgun?
I mean, are you fumbling through his wallet or are you asking him?
Ask first, then confirm.
All right. Yes, I'm a private detective. My name is Joseph Chalmers. I'm licensed by the state.
Oh, for Mr. Chalmers.
Yes.
Sorry.
Are you FBI?
No, I'm not. Sorry. I'm afraid he's a little gung ho. I'll have to give him.
Yeah. Why do you care about Ophelia Atwood?
Well, she called us here.
She called you? I mean, out of character, she did not. Ophelia didn't.
Okay. Oh, never mind.
I mean, she called the heirs.
She called the heirs that we're pretending to be.
But you're not, because the heirs are not FBI.
Oh,
so
shit.
You already blew your own cover. So.
God damn it.
Yep. I mean, he may not know that, but I mean, you don't know what he knows. So
true.
You've already said you're FBI. Wait, she called you here? Or do you want to take that back, or do you?
I want to take that back. I want to take that back.
All right. Yeah, keeping track of who knows what and what your cover is kind of tricky times.
Yeah.
So why is the FBI here?
Good
to know.
We're in the middle of an investigation. That's where I need to know.
I'm a detective. I'm a private. I mean, I was building a case against. I think. I mean, I don't. Well, she's as far as I could. I'm not really building a case. She's just. Up until I have an assistant.
And start from the beginning.
Human. I'll tell you free. He has something he wants to say, but he doesn't want to say. So, yeah, he's you can tell he's conflicted about whether he wants to tell you something.
Hey, you can tell me.
Well, you won't believe me.
Try me.
Try us.
I saw it. Something came from the stars on a beam of light, and it went into the house.
Something came into the house?
It descended from the stars. along a beam of light. It was, I couldn't, it's just, I felt just awful. I feel there's something wrong in that house.
Yeah.
Trenton rolls his eyes, but part of him wants to check out the house.
Yeah, it's right there.
All right. Maria, do you want to stay with him while I check out the house?
Marcia, and yes.
Marcia?
Covers. Out of character, the cover IDs.
Oh, I've been away for half the scenario. Sorry.
No worries. No worries.
Anyway, I move in to check out the house. I follow my white girl instincts.
Okay.
White girl in horror movie instincts. Anyway,
all right.
Is there? I approach what looks to be the main entrance and go in.
All right. It's unlocked.
All right.
That's not good.
So I assume you try the door and you step inside?
Yes. Against my better instincts, I try the door and I step inside.
All right. You step inside. It looks like there's antique furniture adorns every room alongside televisions, computers, tablets. There's a thin layer of dust everywhere. There's old and new. It's cluttered. It looks like so that's what you can see from just stepping inside. You can give me an alertness check.
Alertness.
Are you turning the lights on? Or are you just going to look around with your flashlight, or are you just squinting in the dark?
I'm going to turn the lights on.
Okay. They turn on for a second, and then they.
That's a fail on my alertness check.
Okay. The lights just pop out after a second.
All right. Now I take out my flashlight.
All right. You already failed though, but I mean, yeah, you don't see anything other than what I said. It is a 2-story house. Looks like it also has a basement. Looks like the dining room only has wear in one spot, meaning only one person has lived or used the spot consistently.
All right. You said there were tablets and computers. Can I turn them on?
Yeah. You turn one sort of breaks as soon as you turn it on. It just but the tablet turns on. It has a password on it.
Okay. I guess and put password.
Doesn't work.
Oh, I gave up. And then I move into the dining room.
Okay. Let's see here. There's utensils, typical dining room stuff. The table is pretty cluttered. Dining room table is pretty cluttered. There's only one cleared off spot. Like I said, only one person. Looks like only one person consistently eats here. And then that's pretty much all you can see, at a glance. If you want to toss the house, that'll take time, and that's a search check. But
yeah.
I really don't recommend that, but you do you, man.
Yeah,
I have an overwhelming instinct to go into the basement.
Okay. All right. You turn it. The light pops off the second after you turn it on. So leaving you with your flashlight again. It's a well-stocked basement. It looks like kind of old though. Looks like some of the stuff has been starting to turn. There's more antique furniture. Nothing again. Alertness check wouldn't really. Well, I mean, you can give me alertness check.
Okay. I've been rolling horribly so far, so here's hoping. Hey, I passed.
All right. Yeah, something's real. Like, oh wow, some of the stuff is really rotting. I mean, Maybe, yeah. The more you look at it, the more it's just like, ugh, it's kind of turning. It must not be properly like pickled food is not stored. It must not have been stored right because it's turning like it's really bad. It's decaying. You're starting to smell some of it too. Ugh.
Can I open the jars?
Yeah, sure. You opened a jar of pickled food. The decay. Yeah, give me one more alertness check.
Alertness check. All right. I passed.
Okay. Give me a sand check.
Oh dear.
R1T100. 68. And that is a fail.
Okay. You lose 2.
Okay.
The food is visibly rotting. You know those time accelerated things of food or things that rot? You know, time lapse stuff. It looks like
Right.
that, but you're holding it.
Oh God. I try not. Trenton tries not to gag as he pours it out on the ground or something like that.
Okay.
Gross.
Yeah, now the smell's even worse.
I go back outside and tell Marcia, oh, there's nothing to see in there.
All right.
Okay. There was a thing. It was the thing. It's
Hey.
not in there anymore. Okay. Oh, thank God. Wait. Ophelia's not in there.
What are you talking about?
She was in the house when the thing came down from the light
When was this?
last night.
Where was she?
In the
In
house.
the house.
I saw her go in the house, and then an hour later, a thing came down from the stars.
Hey, have you been in contact with her since then?
No.
No word, no nothing.
I kind of blacked out for a while, and then I was just kind of scared out of my mind, I guess.
Can't blame you. Listen, I need you to do me a favor.
Uh-huh.
Forget about tonight.
I don't think I can, but I won't talk about it if the FBI is going to take over.
I would appreciate the discretion.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what are you going to do?
I have an urge to toss the house and do a search check.
I don't think that's a smart idea.
So he starts driving away.
I believe he's going to keep his mouth shut.
Okay.
What's he going to tell people? Oh, thing came out of the sky? Please.
Fair enough. So what are you going to do?
I don't know. I feel kind of out of my depth, to be honest.
I do not want to go in that house. Not at night. Not in the dark.
I'll go into the house at
Trenton,
night in the
no.
dark.
No, bad Trenton.
I mean, nothing's happened to him so far, other than seeing the rapidly decaying food.
Yeah, and if she wakes up and finds him in there, who knows what'll happen?
He wasn't exactly stealthy at any of that.
No.
I mean, I have a gun. What's the worst that could happen?
A lot of things.
All right.
Let's beat feet before anybody else shows up.
Okay. So where are you gonna go? The hotel to sleep out the night?
I think so.
Okay. So there's a hotel. It's near the lake of Eagle Lake. It's sort of a tourist sort of hotel, but it's the only one. It's the only one available. So you check in. The manager, the night clerk, seems a little off. He's a little tired. Oh, yeah, I'm just coming down with something, he says. And then, do you do anything? Or you just go to sleep?
I think I'm going to sit up and see if anything weird happens at night.
Okay. Give me an alertness check.
Okay. 26 out of 50. Pass.
Great. So go. You look. There's a mirror in your room. By the way, do you have the same room, or you? Do you have the same room, or do you share different rooms?
I would say adjoining rooms, probably.
Adjoining rooms.
Yeah.
All right. So, oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
All this dust in the air. You see something in the reflection of your room, the mirror of your room. There's this figure. It's this humanoid thing. It appears to be made out of this gray. It was a figure no larger than a young child, but shriveled as though it was some millennial mummy. Its hairless head, its unfeatured face, born on a neck of skeletal thinness, were lined with 1,000 reticulated wrinkles. Its body was like that of some monstrous, withered thing that had never drawn a breath. The piping arms, ending in bony claws, were outthrust in a posture of eternal, dreadful groping. So it's standing behind you as you look at it in the mirror. So go ahead and give me a sand check.
Oh, goody.
Yep.
58 out of 70. Pass.
All right.
Whoa.
Maria's made of sterner stuff.
Mm-hmm. You still lose 3. So you lose 3. And standing behind you, what do you do?
Turn and throw a punch.
There's nothing there.
Check the mirror.
It's there.
I'm going to move out of the way.
Okay. You can only see it in the reflection.
What do you want?
You are my conduit. A voice in your head says.
That wasn't my voice, was it?
No. And that's when you hear a scream somewhere in the hotel, somewhere nearby.
Oh, shit.
And Jack, you hear that as well. Sorry. Agent Trenton.
Agent Trenton.
Yeah. I assume you went to sleep or tried to go to sleep. Yeah.
That jolts him awake.
Mm-hmm. So both of you hear a scream coming from the hotel. So what do? Do you go to investigate it, or you stay in your rooms? What?
Yeah, I go to investigate it, and I play the role of the disturbed hotel guest. Oh, what's going on? What happened?
All right. Will you go out? So you see someone pounding on the door. A couple rows down. He was like, "Oh, you gotta help! You gotta help!" And then as he pounds on it, his hand just kind of disintegrates when it hits the door. And he turns and he sees you opening the door, and you look at him, and he looks at you, and you can just see his body just sort of turning into dust as you watch. So
holy crap!
Both you give me sand checks.
Oh boy. I failed.
38 out of
71.
38 out of 67. Pass.
All right.
71 out of 53. Fail.
All right. So for the success, is 2, and the failure is only 1.
Oh man,
How's that work?
could have been so bad.
Well, some dice being what dice are, that is kind of a thing. So you're kind of just like still in shock. You're kind of not really believing it. But what is your immediate reaction to seeing this man start turning into dust as he's freaking out and dying?
Okay, let me get this straight. He was pounding on the door of a occupied room.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Okay, and he just crumbles to dust before my eyes.
Yeah.
Shoot, I don't know.
You start hearing more screams.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I'm gonna go pound on that door.
They're coming from several directions. You hear the fire alarm go off. Yeah, people are just it's just pandemonium sort of breaking out. And you pound on the door. Is that what you're doing?
Or knock on the door, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Help! A woman opens the door. She looks up to be about 110, and then she's just looking at you. And then she's just falls to the ground and just turns into a skeleton, just a pile of dust and bones.
Holy shit.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, as you do that, you see people start to come out, but they are just disintegrated. So both of you just go ahead and lose 9 sanity for the rest of this, because you're just watching just a lot of people die.
I would like to project that.
Oh yeah, project that. Yeah. What relationship are you doing that to?
On D4, I'm gonna project it on my father.
Okay.
So I only lose 5, but that's still a temp.
Mm-hmm. Fight, flight, or freeze?
Freeze.
All right. And how are you doing this, Agent?
I'm gonna take the 9. I'm gonna take the whole 9. Now I'm gonna try to project.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
I mean, it pushed me past my breaking point anyway. So, why not?
Sorry, say that again.
I said it pushes me to 1 above my breaking point. So why not?
Yeah. So what's your fight, flight, or
freeze? Freeze.
All right. Both of you just kind of watch in horror as people around you, everyone around you, tries to escape the hotel, and no one. The farthest anyone get is opening their car door before they all die. And then a few birds fall to the ground, quite dead. And then there's quiet all around you. And it's just you two.
I'm just staring at Trenton in abject horror, because what the hell was that?
I stare back and just say, let's get the hell out of here.
All right, where do you go?
Fuck, man, I don't know. I am going to check my reflection in the mirror.
Yeah.
The rearview mirror as we get in the car, just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, it's there. Agent Trenton, she's looking at the rear view mirror a lot. Give me an alertness check.
Okay.
Oh boy.
All right, roll sanity.
Shoot.
Yeah, you see it too.
3.
Let's see. All right.
Pass?
Yep. Yeah, you only lose 1. Yep, you see that thing in the reflection of the rearview mirror.
That's still enough to push me to my breaking point.
All right.
Oh no, Trenton.
All right. So, what disorders do you have in mind for me, Ross?
I don't know. Let's hold off on that for a little bit. Let's hold off. You're just kind of at this point still in shock, but you can act. And your voice speaks in your head as well. It says, "You are my conduit now. All shall be dust."
Was that
conduit for what?
Was that your doing?
For my blessing, yes.
Don't do that.
The one who summoned me made a new pact.
Who summoned you?
The one, it does not matter. That they gave their life to create conduits so that you may walk the earth and rid it of the pestilence that is humanity.
Why haven't you killed us yet?
You are my conduit. You are to spread my blessing.
You call that a blessing?
It is. All shall be dust.
Maria just slams her fist on the dashboard.
Yeah.
This is like, I wouldn't call this a blessing.
It is. You will be untouched by time. You will be untouched by weapons.
Yeah, we won't be touched, but it sure as hell looks like everybody else will.
Yes. In time, you must walk the earth. Walk up and down it and spread the blessing.
And if we choose not to?
I mean, you have no choice. What else can you do?
Damn.
You can give me idea checks if you want.
I don't know how to roll for that.
It's intelligence. 5? Yep. Intelligence times 5.
$99. Critical fail on an intelligence check. Well, that's in character.
27 out of 70, or 27 out of 55, rather. That's a pass.
All right. So you realize this is probably a good time to call it in because it looks like your personal possessions are untouched by this. So.
Yeah, let's call it in.
And tell them what exactly? I'm a walking biohazard that desiccates everything that comes near me?
Better than
around. You don't hear anything around you. You don't know how far this thing, what the radius of your new quote unquote blessing is.
Oh man, this is so fucked up.
Oh man. No, we don't call it in.
Okay. I mean,
and that would, if Trenton goes for his phone, I'm going to slap it out of his hand.
Okay. So what are you going to
do?
The house.
The house.
It's got to be tied to the house.
Well, that's as good a bet as any. Let's go back to the house.
All right. You drive back to the house. It's a very quiet ride through what's left of the town. Yeah. You see, as you're driving to it, you see a car passing you.
Do we recognize it?
Shit.
It's just another car.
Please tell me nothing bad happens to the people in it.
I mean, they passed you. You can give me alertness checks.
Yeah.
All right. They swerve a little. So it doesn't look like it's instantaneous, whatever happened.
Maybe if they stay around.
I keep driving and just try to put it out of my mind.
Okay. All right. So you do that and you get back to the house. It looks noticeably older now.
Oh shit. That seems hinky. Like weird.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's burn it down. Burn it down to the ground.
No, we're not.
Down to the ground.
No, Trenton. I'm gonna go in the house. I mean, he went in and he came out fine. Maybe I'll be okay if I go in there.
All right, you go in the house.
If I start screaming, Trenton, come and get me.
I hold out a thumbs up.
All right. So you go in the house. You do know that so you're just searching the house now.
Yes.
All right. Give me a search check.
56 out of 20. That's a fail.
All right. You're pushing through things. You're going through you're being very methodical. You do find some information. Give me a human check.
40 out of 80. Pass.
Okay, so you're seeing a lot of articles and books and printouts, which sort of the printouts especially crumble to dust as you get near them. But seems Ophelia was really concerned about the state of the planet and how we were, and just the wickedness of humanity. And you see several notes written in pen that we shouldn't be allowed to exist. Humanity is a disgusting infection. It cleanse it all. So she seemed to have been wrapped up in all the terribleness humanity has been doing, especially in the last, 50 years. So yeah. But you don't find any, but that's what you find from the first floor. You can give me another search check if you want to search the second floor.
Yeah, I'm going to go up there and search.
Okay.
45 out of 20. Fail.
All right. Well, you're going through the second floor. Let's see here. More of the same, more about the disasters, atrocities, and catastrophes of the last, especially the last decade. As you do that, part of the ceiling collapses on you, and just like a wooden beam just sort of falls and hits you right on the head. But here's the thing: the wood kind of disintegrates around your head, and it doesn't actually hurt. But that should have split your skull open. So you realize there's an attic up there, and two, that didn't hurt at all. That's really messed up. Give me a
That's effed up.
Yep.
87 out of 60. That one's actually a fail.
All right. Well, that's not as bad. Let's see here. That's 3 points.
Okay. Shoot. One above breaking. Can I project that again?
You sure can. Don't forget to keep track of your willpower. You can only project as much as you have willpower.
Yeah. I'm keeping track of it. And that was...
Yep.
Okay. So project again. Project 2. I'll project that on my coworker.
All right. So you realize there is a attic that you can explore. But yeah, you're just like, what the fuck? Why didn't that hurt? Why am I not even bruised?
Why am I not dead?
Yeah, why are you not dead? What do you do? Do you explore the attic?
I'm going to signal to Trenton. I'm going to flash my flashlight through the window real quick to let him know where I am, and then I'm heading up.
All right. Trenton, I assume you're just standing watch.
He's muted, but I assume so, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the attic is empty, except for a ritual circle, telescope, and lectern. The circle is drawn in chalk, formed by interlocking geometric patterns. There's a large pile of the dust in the circle. The telescope points out to the open east-facing window towards the horizon. And then there is a large book on the lectern, which appears to be perfectly intact. Not dusty at all. It is open to a phrase in Greek, which you cannot read Greek. So...
No, I can't, unfortunately.
Yep. So, a large old book. It appears to be hundreds of years old.
Can I check the telescope real quick?
Yeah, it's heading towards the horizon.
Motel not in it or anything?
Nope, just the sky. There is also there is some marginalia on the book itself. It is in English. I will save the world from the corruption of humanity.
I roll my eyes at that. Yeah,
Okay.
of course you will, by killing it all.
I mean, if you view humanity as the corruption, I mean, you gotta kill humanity.
6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Anyways, so what do?
I'm going to take the book with me.
Okay.
Bookmark the page it's on.
Yep.
Fold down the corner.
Mm-hmm. Pretty easy to do. So you get back out. What do you guys do?
Trenton, you don't happen to speak Greek, do you?
Parlez-vous français? But no Greek.
I think we have to have a meeting.
You mean by meeting? Do you mean meeting with your supervisor or something, or call that in?
Call them and ask to talk to Red Hudson.
Okay.
Because I ain't going anywhere near the rest of civilization while this is active.
Okay. You do that, and they say, "What's going on in Eagle Lake?" First thing, Agent Charles asks you.
It's bad.
Yeah, we're getting a search and rescue helicopter just crashed over Eagle Lake. And that's when you realize, oh yeah, Joseph Chalmers was with you. And you just sent him home.
Shit. Yeah, he probably didn't make it home, did he?
Or he did make it home, which was in the middle of town. You may not be the only conduits.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. The birds screech in the distance, apparently.
Alrighty. That's not good.
So what do you tell him?
I just look at Trenton like deer in the headlights. What should I say?
We are so fucked.
In not so diplomatic terms, yes, we are so fucked.
All right.
Walking biohazard, basically.
Are you going to tell him what's going on? Are you going to tell him the full story?
What I know, yes.
Okay. He tells you to take a photo of the book, the page it was open to.
All right, snap the photo.
All right. You get a translation sent to you very quickly, which means the phrase itself is "Exclopios quachil utas," which means I summon. I don't actually know what it means, but I do know it's something qualchil utas, which is a. So yeah, they say Elizabeth says you should say the phrase to confront the treader of the dust, then either perish in its arms or escape from it. That should free the curse.
Yes, and I recommend next time don't get intel from people who walk in off the street. Spycraft 101.
Well, I mean, she was right. Ophelia was up to something bad.
Yeah, something extremely bad.
Yep. But if you do that, you don't know if you might want to go find Chalmers first. Or you could just say the phrase now.
No. Not now.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
I vote we find Chalmers.
Okay.
Trenton, what do you think?
That's better than anything I can come up with.
All right.
Keep in mind, you're asking the guy who crit failed an intel check.
It's fine.
True, you probably hurt your head thinking too hard there.
All right. So let's see here. Two of you go drive into town, and you have Joseph Chalmers' home address. Yeah, Eagle Lake is incredibly quiet, and there are piles of dust out in the street. It seems people woke up as they were dying and ran out trying to be saved, but no one was saved. You've already lost a good amount of sanity for this, so you don't lose any more.
Yeah, a pretty sizable chunk of it.
You can see a fire in the distance. That's probably where the helicopter crashed. So, but you get to the one house, Joseph Chalmers' house, and that's when you hear a shotgun go off, and then a man sort of screaming, "No, no!" And then the shotgun goes off again. It's like, "Oh God, let me! Why can't I die?"
Kicking down the door.
Well, he's in the backyard.
Oh, okay.
You go to the backyard. You see Joseph Chalmers. He's an absolute wreck, and there's a shotgun at his feet. And he just says, "I can't die. It won't let me die." He starts loading the shotgun again.
That makes 3 of us.
Yeah. Oh God, I knew it. It's too late. Even the FBI can't help. We're all damned. We're all doomed.
Hey, snap out of it
again. And wait, maybe I could kill you. He shoots you with the shotgun.
Oh dear.
And it doesn't even, like, you don't even feel the impact. It just the shell just kind of disintegrates before it touches you.
If you shoot me and I find out about it,
oh God, I can't. He shoots you as well, and nothing happens. Like, it just, like I said, it doesn't even impact you.
Can I hurdle the fence and go slap that shotgun out of his hands?
Yeah, you're in the backyard now. Yeah, you go over and you grab the shotgun out of his hands. He doesn't resist.
Stop that. It's not helping.
No, it's not. We're dead. We're doomed. Oh God.
No, we're not.
Oh, God. Yeah. Okay. What do you mean? Do you have a way out?
I think so.
Can you fix them? Can you fix my family? Oh no. Oh.
Hey, Chalmers, look at me.
He looks at you.
We're going to get out of this. I need you to suck it up and get your head in the game. You got me?
What? What are we doing? What's the plan?
Come with me. I think I know how to solve this.
Okay. What are you going to do?
I vote we head back to the house and read that thing that they translated.
Okay.
It probably started there. It's going to end there.
All right. So the two of you do that. You drive back to the house.
Dragging Chalmers along.
Yeah, he's more or less catatonic. He'll do whatever you tell him to do. He doesn't care anymore. And you get to the house. So you say the phrase.
Sure, let's say it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Oh God, did I really say that?
Yes, you really
say that.
Yes, you did say that. And I look at you funny when you say that.
All right, who's saying it?
Sure, I'll do it. Fuck it.
All right, you lose 3 sanity. And
all right.
You lose 5 willpower.
Okay.
Are you still above 2 willpower, or do you have 2 or more willpower?
Yes.
From everything you project.
Yes, I have. I am. From all the sanity I lost, I still have. I went down 1 breaking point, and I got my willpower reset. So now I'm at 8 willpower, and let's see. 37 sanity.
Okay. A pillar of grayish blue light descends upon you all, and the world sort of turns to dust, and you fall away into a limbo of unlimited, unsphered time and space. As you float there, Qualchil Utas descends on a pillar of white light. And you've both seen Qualchil Utas before, so you don't have to roll for Sand again.
No, but poor Chalmers does.
Yeah, he's hard. I mean, yeah. He says you would reject my gift? My blessing?
Oh, I reject it hard.
Yes.
Fuck your blessing.
All right. He touches Chalmer, and Chalmers turns to dust. Then he heads towards Trenton. Floating towards you.
Nope. Trenton, run.
So this is combat. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna shoot him like any red-blooded American would.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Okay. 1d100. 73.
Is that a hit?
That is. Sorry. No, that's a miss.
All right, you miss. I mean, you're in an endless void. It's kind of hard to judge distances. Weirdly enough, also you're floating. So he touches you. And you didn't dodge this. Actually, I'll give you. No, he was a ways distance. So he gets closer to you. He's in melee range now. So next turn he'll try and touch you.
All right.
Yeah. Well, you're not dead yet. Yeah. Next round. Maria, what are you doing?
Which way did it come from? Up?
Yeah, it came from the pillar of light, which is still there.
I'm gonna run or swim or float, whatever, towards the pillar of light.
Give me a dex times 5.
Okay. Shit. Dex is my worst stat. Okay. Uh, 53 out of 45. No.
All right. Yeah, no, floating is hard to figure out. You make some progress, but you don't get there this yet. So, new round.
I'm just yelling for Trenton to cheese it. Yep.
All right, you hear that. Trenton, your dex is 5. So it's gonna Qualchil Utas is gonna go first. And now it's going to attack you.
Oh, smeg.
Oh,
Yep.
shit.
So you can dodge or use an unarmed to beat a roll of a 12 without failing.
Probably
want to use unarmed.
Use unarmed. Fuck it.
Yep.
Oh, man. This one's for all the marbles.
1d100.
All right, you succeed. So you are not touched by Qualchil Utas this round. And you can give me a dex times 5 to see if you can get closer to the pillar of light.
I don't think I made it. No, I didn't.
All right, you get a little closer, but not very far. And it's still on you. So Maria, you can give me another dex times 5.
Am I far enough away it won't get to me in one turn?
No, I mean it's still attacking Trenton anyways.
I can't believe I'm going to do this, but I'm going to shoot at it to get it to lay off Trenton.
Well, if you shoot, you won't be able to move.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Roll.
That's a miss.
All right. It ignores it. So new round. And what is we're doing this in order of dex. It has a dex of 15, which is higher than both of yours.
Oh, 15? Shit.
15 isn't, I mean, for a being of its power, that's actually pretty average. So anyways, It rolls a 72, which is still a hit because it has 100%. So Trenton, if you get a critical success, you can still dodge it.
Okay. Not feeling too hot about my odds right now, but
You can do it.
60. That's not a critical success.
It's not. You cannot beat 72 with a 60. Blackjack rules. It's so yeah, it touches you and you turn into dust.
Trenton!
Maria,
Darn
give me
it.
checks.
Oh dear. Oh no, I am so sorry. Yeah, no, that's a fail.
All right. I believe that's a D8. For seeing an agent that you know die in such a horrific way. So that's 7. So I assume you're going to go with flight.
Yes, absolutely. Right. And that also pushes me past a breaking point.
We'll deal with that. Well, you're not out
provided of the I survive.
Yeah. Give me a Dex times 5 check.
Okay. Oh crap. No.
You still get closer. If you survive, it floats to you very quickly. So if you can survive one thing, you will be able to escape. So it'll only get one swipe at you. So let's see here. So it gets a 19.
Oh God.
So you have to get a 19 or higher without failing at unarmed or dodge.
Unarmed.
All right.
Is that significantly better than my dodge?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yep.
I beat it.
You succeeded, but this is blackjack rules.
Oh damn! So no, I succeeded, but I
not by enough.
Beat it.
Yep.
I'm dead.
You are dead. So yeah, you fortunately, because all 3 conduits are now dead, the world is saved from someone just walking around depopulating cities.
You get turned to dust. You get turned to dust. You get turned to dust.
Like the worst episode of Oprah ever.
So this scenario is from a book called Fear's Sharp Little Needles from Stygian Fox. I adapted it for Delta Green. The scenario itself is called Pulvis et Umbra Sumus. I also took some material. The first act, which I skipped because of time, would have been involved finding Hudson Red would have escaped and you would have had to catch her because she's has episodes and is a bit crazy. But yeah, this is Ophelia had made a deal with Qualcho Utas and basically decided instead of being immortal to try and kill everyone. Because humanity is, deserves to be destroyed for its evil. So that's a little wiki article on Qualcha Utas. And basically, as soon as you enter the house, everyone within a mile of the house is made into a conduit of Qualcha Utas, which means you're immune to kinetic weapons, you're ageless, and anyone within a mile of you ages at 1 year per minute.
Holy shit.
Which is why I took half an hour. Like basically I said, it sort of triggered once you were about 30 minutes in at the hotel. Once people started aging 30 years, then everyone, it didn't.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So this is all because Trenton let enter the house.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh damn.
Well, I mean, you were that when you were ideally. Well, I mean, the way it was normally written, the scenario was like you go as the heirs, and then you're supposed to go to the house for a reading of the will. So it's not just you; it's the NPC heir, and then the lawyer and the detective also get turned into conduits of Qualcha Utas.
And we jumped the gun.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
Maybe we would have stood a better chance if we had more people.
Yep.
The NPCs to feed to it.
Yep. Well, I mean, if you weren't turned into a conduit, there's no way to solve it because you die when you get up within a mile of any of the conduits. Basically, the conduits can still die, but they have to either kill themselves via, like, you can't use weapons, but you could kill them by strangling each other or by drowning. That would still work. And then, yeah, if you had not chosen to shot at Qualter Lutus, Maria, you probably would have been able to escape.
Yeah.
But
my heroics got me killed.
Yep. Also, Qualter Lutus is immune to all physical weapons. Yeah. And if you actually hit him with a gun, it would have instantly turned to dust. So, yeah, it's an entity that's been in Call of Cthulhu for a while and then never had a chance to use it. So I was like, oh, neat.
That thing is scary.
Yeah. Normally it just sorcerers contact it to make themselves immortal, and then whenever they screw up, it comes to turn them into dust. So the twist is now that she wanted to kill everyone else. So, yeah. But so technically the thread is kind of ended because now the book is left behind, so someone else could use the book.
Yeah, but we did warn the program that, hey, things be fucked up.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, like 500 people died. You depopulated a town, and no one knows why. So they're just gonna make it into like a Chernobyl kind of exclusion zone. Like it's gonna make international news. Like, yeah, which is real bad. But on the other hand, it's so inexplicable. Like people will just be freaking out. But there's very little information about it. So yeah, who knows? Yeah, they'll probably get the book back and be able to study it and whatnot. So, I mean, it would have been worse if just 3 rando civilians had gotten it, and then they, panic and then walk around the world, depopulating cities. So yeah, so that was my scenario, at least the second half of it. Yeah. I mean, I didn't write it. All right, yeah, I got this from a book. So
that was wild.
I guess we did prove that it could always be worse.
Yeah.
You tempted fate.
I did.
I'll post the RPPR run of this pretty soon. Caleb and Tom, Aaron, and I think Bill were in it. And yeah, it was similarly not like they Caleb was like, how do I kill myself? And it just that was an interesting discussion of how they could end their cursed lives. But yeah,
some Final Destination shit there.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty. So, but he's a great old one. He's a baddie.
He is.
Yep. All right. Anyways, so that's it. Glad I got to run even abbreviated version of it. So we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Later.